Put a finger down. If your dad was a police officer most of your life, and then he had a year-long affair with the sheriff's executive assistant, and divorced your mom, and then married the sheriff's executive assistant, and then 6 months later, on your 26th birthday, your dad gets killed in the line of duty. And for some reason, when you get to the hospital, no one wants to even let you see your dad, but you finally do. And then hours later, after he passes, the mistress wife, executive assistant to the sheriff, tells you that his organs were donated. And you find out years later, they were in fact not donated. Well, let's rewind. The day after your dad gets killed, like hours after, mistress wife changes the locks to your dad's apartment. And she won't give you any of his stuff. But then her son steals your dad's uniform and goes and kidnaps and robs his drug dealer. And it makes the news, but then it's suddenly not on the news. And while all that's going on, the sheriff's department and his executive assistant, the mistress wife, set up multiple memorial funds and have multiple fundraisers to raise millions of dollars for the fallen officer's family. And when you start asking about the raised money in your father's name, the sheriff and mistress wife start threatening you and telling you that you're not getting a penny and that you better stop asking about the money or bad things are going to happen to you. Then they tell you you probably should never step foot in the sheriff's department again, call there again, and you probably shouldn't even come in their county again. And then mistress wife goes and cashes your father's $500,000 life insurance policy. When you ask her about that, she literally tells you to F off. But then, and oh, this one's a doozy, you find out your dad is not even the first cop husband she's had to be killed in a motor vehicle accident. So then you start begging and begging for help because now you really know something's wrong. And then other deputies that loved your dad and worked with him start speaking up, and the sheriff threatens them too. And no one will help you because of the good old boy system in politics. So you eventually decide that you're going to have to move on with your life because this is all too much. And you start over in a whole new city. But 14 years later, you see a media release that says mistress wife is now the president of the Georgia chapter of Concerns of Police Survivors. So you make a random Facebook post stating why she shouldn't be and telling everyone what she did to you 14 years earlier, which you don't think anyone's going to see nor care because they didn't in the past, except now your Facebook post is going viral and people are asking you to do podcasts and reporters are calling you and you may just get some justice after all. But you also might need protection and a good lawyer.